Dr. Sobchak drew a firearm during league play. If this is true, of course, it contravenes another
Hi,
of the league's bylaws.
I'm Lawrence, and this is Archer Green, and this is Marty.
Hey, Marty.
Dude, I finally got the venue I wanted. I'm performing my dance quintet.
He's the dude's landlord in The Big Lebowski.
Theater on Tuesday night. Well, I'd love it if you came and gave me notes.
I'll be there, man.
He only appears in 2 scenes, the one you're watching and this, his dance quintet. But despite this limited screen time, he always left an impression on me. Maybe it's his nervous disposition, the way he plays with his fingers while talking.
You know, my cycle?
Maybe it's his little fist bump at the end. But for whatever reason, despite being in only 2 short scenes, Marty stays in your head. But this isn't unique to him. It's not even unique to The Big Lebowski. In almost every Coen Brothers film, even the smallest of characters leave an impression.
You can be a spy too, madam.
There are no small parts. Within cinema, no filmmakers better reflect this line than the Coen Brothers.
This is the essence of the dialectic.
Best known for their ensemble casts, the Coen Brothers put their all into creating each character, no matter how small.
Now, of course, I do hunt babies on occasion.
Despite minimal screen time, even minor characters leave their mark on the film,
Can I share something with you?
ensuring audiences remember their brief appearances.
I'll take it away from you and stick it up your ass and pull the fucking trigger till it goes click.
Jesus.
You said it, man.
It's this efficient method of filmmaking that stands the Coens apart from other directors.
There is more material?
No space is wasted in the script, and by virtue of this, every moment in their films is used most efficiently as possible.
Could you accompany me, please?
Take the setting of their stories. Fargo wouldn't work if it was set in Arizona. The American Midwest is crucial to the film's character, and central to this setting is the dialect and mannerisms of the characters themselves.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Peter Stormare was told to refer to Pancake House in the plural.
Where's Pancake's house?
This subtle choice to make his words grammatically incorrect instantly adds a depth to his character.
We stop at Pancake's house.
It makes the character more well-rounded without dedicating any extra time to him.
Talking about the sort of rhythm of the speech and the way people talk there.
Well, that it were so simple.
I mean, that's frequently a way that we sort of get into imagining characters when we're writing them. It frequently starts with the way they talk.
You want ice at freeze or get down on the ground?
In Barton Fink, Steve Buscemi pronounces Los Angeles like this.
Welcome to Los Angeles, Mr. Fink.
Again, adding an extra dimension to his character without adding to the runtime.
My name is Chet.
This is Chet's only appearance, and what could have easily been a blank slate that we forget as soon as he leaves the screen is instead a memorable, offbeat character that leaves his mark on the film.
F-I-N-K?
These small details add up to make Chet more interesting,
Fink.
giving Fink a piece of paper with his name on it
Okay.
and a dirty fingernail. This attention to their minor characters is a common thread throughout every Coen Brothers film. Their story worlds are populated by offbeat and wacky side characters that surround their protagonist.
If you'd like to kiss him, it would be all right.
There's multiple ways they achieve this. They'll use exaggerated costumes or mannerisms, a heightened mood or tone.
How was everything today?
They'll introduce the character in an unusual way. It can even be the way the protagonist reacts the first time they see them,
There's a pretty girl.
or how they talk about them when they're not on screen.
Bad Whitlock.
Oh my.
Well, he is certainly a great talent.
They'll cast an unknown actor with a distinct look, or a better-known actor in a minor role.
There's certain actors that not only do we enjoy working with, but they tend to inspire us to somehow to write characters for them. In George's case, they all happen to be morons.
Who are you?
But these characters aren't just filler. They serve a purpose in the wider story.
Linda Litsky.
Take Steve Park's character in Fargo. In his one scene, he cries to the protagonist Marge about the death of his wife.
It's okay, Mike.
At first, this seems disconnected to the wider story. It's irrelevant to the case being investigated, and we never see him again. But we later discover that his wife isn't dead, and he's just an attention seeker.
They never...
No, they never married. Mike's had psychiatric problems.
Although this episode seems removed from the wider story, it inadvertently inspires Marge to rethink her case. It makes her realize that things aren't always as they seem, Some people are liars and can be convincing while hiding darker intentions.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of busy here.
I understand. I'll keep it real short then.
You're taught as an actor, there's no small characters or whatever, so I'm thinking about the whole life of this character. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm the star of the movie.
But this isn't the only purpose of the scene. It also reinforces that this world, despite all its craziness and unique characters, is one that exists outside of this film and this story. It makes the world, and by extension the characters that live in it, more believable.
Fucking asshole! Get the fuck out of here!
This isn't unique to Fargo. Almost all of their films are populated by a variety of wacky characters, and the Coens' biggest strength is ensuring that despite this weirdness, the story worlds always remain believable.
They pay money for that?
With The Big Lebowski, they managed to make leather-clad nihilists, a wheelchair-bound millionaire and his tightly wound assistant, gold-digging young wife, and nudist daughter all make perfect sense in this world.
Female form make you uncomfortable, Mr. Lebowski.
This isn't to mention the minor characters like Jesus, Jackie Treehorn, Knox Harrington, and of course Marty, who all leave their mark on the film despite minimal screen time. Each of these characters seem like they could be the protagonist of their own film, which makes the choice to focus on the dude all the more interesting.
Yeah, well, that's just like, your opinion, man.
In many ways, the dude is the least qualified to be the main character. A general screenwriting rule is that the protagonist should always be the most likely and most suited to solve the task at hand. But with the dude, the Coens spectacularly break this rule. He's so passive and content that he has no reason to throw himself into the story, allowing him to be the straight man among a rogues gallery of even zanier, yet still believable characters.
You think I'm fucking around here, Market Zero?
Of course, the plot is a cliche, the kidnapping scheme. I think what the Coen brothers are doing is satirizing a plot like that by attacking it through these woefully comic and incompetent characters who are absolutely adrift and way out of their element here, and that's what's funny.
Forget it, Donnie, you're out of your element.
They follow a similar pattern in Burn After Reading, a film about two gym workers who attempt to blackmail the CIA.
We can find out where he lives, right?
These two ultimately unserious people are put in a deeply serious situation, a situation that they never truly realize the stakes of.
Hello? Did anybody lose their secret CIA shit? I don't think so.
This is a trope throughout multiple Coen brothers films. The chain of events is usually put in motion by the incompetence of the other players within the story. For Burn After Reading, Chad finds Osborne's CD, which his wife's lawyer dropped in the gym, essentially taking the formula of what if top secret government information fell into the wrong hands. But instead of it being foreign adversaries, it's two ignorant gym workers.
Very fucking surprised he did not give us that reward.
And instead of top secret information, it's a fired alcoholic's memoir. For the dude, Wu pees on his rug after mistaking him for someone else.
Not on the rug, man.
For Jerry and Fargo, he hires two incompetent goons who can't seem to get anything right.
I'm sure sorry. Shep told me 8:30. It was a mix-up, I guess.
What follows is a series of mistakes and encounters with wacky individuals until the film ultimately ends on a deadly note. Yet this tragedy isn't dramatized or exaggerated. It just sort of happens. Chad is unceremonially shot while hiding in a closet. Donnie has a heart attack during a fight with nihilists. Their endings seem to hang open like a broken door. The conflict never fully resolved.
The movie's over if it's kind of resolved, and it's kind of fun for the movie to be over, leaving it purposefully unresolved.
This is best seen in Burn After Reading, which ends with two peripheral characters puzzling over what happens. They learn to repeat their mistakes, but they're not really sure what those mistakes were.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
What did we learn, Palmer?
I don't know, sir.
I don't fucking know either.
There's a certain amount of subtlety and slower pacing that's usually effective for developing a main character. However, when trying to quickly create a memorable minor character, there usually isn't enough time for subtlety.
Stay out of Malibu, Lebowski! Stay out of Malibu, deadbeat!
Subtle is not one of the words I'd use to describe the Coen brothers.
Hiya, buddy. My name's Buzz. I got the fuzz. I make the elevator do what she does.
I got his number. I got his number.
Their over-the-top style developed for their comedy films makes them well-suited to quickly develop memorable side characters. But these techniques are also applied in their dramatic films.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost on a coin toss.
Anton Chigurh is just as eccentric as any character from their comedies, but they effortlessly avoid giving him any unintended humor. He's a cold, calculated killer and we understand this from his first appearance.
I think that's the great thing about this guy, about these bad guys, his bad guy, his Shigura, is that there's a charisma that you can't help but like the guy, but you know you shouldn't. You want to follow him.
His haircut, his deep voice, the way he casually snacks while talking. These elements combine to make him more memorable and intimidating. And when contrasted against the blank slate character of the clerk, the scene becomes instantly iconic.
Call it.
These are all the same techniques they use with Marty, and with Chet, and with almost everyone in Hail Caesar, and it's ultimately why their films are so successful. The worlds created feel vibrant and lived in. Their efficiency of filmmaking has led to some of the most iconic minor characters ever put to screen. The Coens know they're introducing the audience to a foreign world, yet this world isn't foreign to the protagonist. How then can you relate the common experience of the main character to the audience who doesn't exist in this world? You personify it, populate the world with memorable characters expertly crafted, which all serve a role in the story, no matter how small. In keeping with the mantra, there are no small parts, the Coens' minor characters are only minor in terms of screen time. They ensure the time the audience has with them is compensated with a reason to remember each one. So next time you're watching a Coen Brothers film, pay attention to all the small tics of each character, the way they speak, what they're wearing, how they stand. And know this is all intentional. This is all on purpose to create a rich story world that stays with us after the credits roll.
Well, I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. Catch you later on down the trail.